Hi everyone and welcome back to Maths and Physics with Mr. Simons, right, where we make maths and physics simple and we get you exam ready. Today's lesson, grade 11 Euclidean geometry. So we've proven theorem 1 for you, 1a and 1b, but now we are looking at how we solve problems using those theorems and how the theorem of Pythagoras basically always appear in these problems and we have to use it to solve. So let's look at problem number 1. So calculate the length of DB. So there they've given me a circle. They want the length from D to B if AB, so from A to B is 100 centimeters. OC is perpendicular to DB, so where OC meets DB, there's a 90-degree angle. Then they say OC is 30 centimeters, from O to C is 30. And O is the center of the circle. So if O is the center of the circle, I assume you know AB is a diameter. And then automatically AO is a radius. And OB is a radius. And the radii are equal to each other. So those are just basic observations. So let's solve the problem. Right, so AB, as I said now, is a diameter because O is the center. So from A to B is 100 centimeters. So can I find the length of AO and OB separate? Right? AO or OA must equal OB. So therefore, if the whole length is 100 divided by 2, so each part is 50 centimeters. 50 centimeters and 50 centimeters. They are radii. Right? Because I have a 90-degree angle, I can go straight and say find the length of CB. So CB squared, which is the shorter side, would equal my hypotenuse, which is always opposite my 90 degrees, OB squared minus OC squared. So we got OB as 50 squared and OC was given as 30 centimeters squared. So 50 squared would give me 2,500. 30 squared would give me 900. So 2,500 minus 900, CB squared equal 1,600. Square root of 1/6 and square root of CB squared. So CB then equal to 40 centimeters. So that is 40, that is 30, and that is 50. Right? But this is now where theorem 1 comes in. If the line from the center is perpendicular to the chord DB, then automatically, according to the theorem, DC must equal CB. So you see there, DC equals CB because line from center is perpendicular to chord. Right? So if those two are equal, I can then say DB equal 2 times CB, or I can say equal to the two added together. So they both 40. So DB then equal 2 times 40 or 40 plus 40, which either way then gives me 80 centimeters. So I hope you understand and you see what we have done. All right, let's go to the second problem, a little bit more complex. Determine the length of the radius of the circle. So length of the radius, so let's see here, that's OD or OB there. Right, so in the diagram, O is the center of the circle. So O is the center of the circle ABD. F is a point on the chord AB such that AB, so from A to B equals F to D, right? Or F to D, sorry, is from there to there equal 8 centimeters. And OF equal X. So from A to B is 8 centimeters, but you see there's a 90 degrees, so theorem 1 is going to come in again, line from center, perpendicular to chord. And what happens to AF and FB? Do you still remember? Right, but let's look at the solution. Right, we want the length of the radius. So, if AB equals 8, according to line from center perpendicular to chord, AF then must equal FB. So meaning the whole thing is 8, 8 divided by 2, that's 4 centimeters and 4 centimeters, right? Right, but AB is the same length as FD, which is 8. So if OF is X, then this part here from O to D for the radius would then be 8 minus the X. So that radius from O to B then is also 8 minus x. So I have 8 minus x, I have x, and I have 4 centimeters. I have a right angle triangle, so I'm going to test, can you use theorem of Pythagoras? So in short, what I've just stated there, I've written out for you here. So if FD equals 8 centimeters and OFX, then OD would be 8 minus x, which then automatically equals OB because they are radii, they are equal in length. OF is perpendicular to AB, therefore AF must equal FB. 8 divided by 2 gives me 4 centimeters. Remember my reason, line from center, perpendicular to chord. So that line there, because it's 90, divides that line into 2 equal halves. So then now using theorem of Pythagoras, because I have 3 sides, I'm going to say the longer side, OB squared, must equal OF squared plus FB squared. Alright, so OB squared is 8 minus x all squared. OF squared would simply be x squared, and FB squared would be 4 squared. Now this we give you here, and we know you're going to forget the middle term. You'll do it over and over. But yeah, you're too smart to make that error. You know we're going to say 8 times 8, which gives me 64. Minus x times minus x, which gives me positive x squared. But for the middle term, you say 8 times negative x, which gives me negative 8x, times 2 then gives me negative 16x. So you forget the middle term, the whole sum becomes wrong. X squared, 4 times 4 is 16. X squared and x squared would cancel. If I take that over, it would simply become x squared minus x squared, and they cancel. Right, now I brought minus 16x over, and that became positive 16x. 64 stayed where it appears, and I took positive 16 over, so 64 minus 16, which then gives me 48. 48 divided by 16, so to get rid of the 16 in front of x, divide everything by 16. 48 divided by 16 gives me 3. So therefore x equal to 3. So my radius, which is 8 minus x, now simply becomes 8 minus 3. So my radius is 5 centimeters. Right, and that is theorem 1 with the theorem of Pythagoras. Now test. I'm still going to do other examples for you so you get sufficient practice. Right, wish you nothing but the best. God bless. Bye, and I hope you follow and understand what I've done. If you don't, feel free to leave a comment so that we can practice and find different ways to help you. I'm here to help you. I want the best for you. God bless. Bye.